There we go. That's the right one.
Wow.
Sorry. All that, and I clicked the wrong button. So hey, how's it going? Welcome to Alien, our Cinders of Heaven campaign. We are down at Jen tonight. Get well, Jen. We will see you in 2 weeks. Once we start brand new characters, because everyone's probably gonna die tonight. But let's just get going. Let's just dive right into it. Let me know who you are. Let me know what you're plugging, and yeah, because I want as much time as possible to do some things tonight. So, Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I'm ready to die. I'll be playing Chet. He's a little bastard kid. He's a lot of fun. He sometimes has random objects in his backpack. And then sometimes me and Matt, our buddy Ken, we talk about comics at the Plewcast, PLEWD.
Perfect. And you're also down an arm, if you recall correctly.
Yes.
One of your
I'm
arms.
down an arm
Yeah.
and I'm oozing milk right now. I put out my own fire by bursting a bunch of milk all over myself.
Let's be honest. Jeremy always oozes milk, but now you're doing it with one less arm. That made sense.
Yes.
All right, moving over. Adam, how's it going, man?
It's going good. Hi, I'm Adam. I have a bird I forgot to cover up. I am playing Rook. He's the captain of this crew. And normally I don't have such an excitable bird at this time of night, but oh well. Yeah, what I'd like to plug, it looks like Nightbot has already put out there. So that's the website. You can go there and catch any of our updates that we have coming down the pipeline as soon as some other things are wrapped up. But as soon as that's done, then we'll have all sorts of exciting new announcements. So anyways, yeah, that's me.
Awesome. And Melissa.
I'm Melissa with Adventures in Lollygagging. You can find us here playing this every other Monday. On alternate Mondays, you can find us on Freely Publishing playing Things from the Flood. On most Fridays, you can catch us playing Delta Green. And last Saturday, we just started a new Worlds Without Number campaign that we'll be playing on Saturday afternoons. Here, I am playing Jaws. She's the pilot. She wishes that everybody else would just, take risks a little bit more and do stuff. A little less science, a little more action.
Melissa's basically playing herself in this campaign. And down to the bottom, Matt. Who are you?
Hello, everybody. I am Matt. What I got going on? Starting tomorrow, you can see Jeff and I over on Garblight Games at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to be running Escape from Skullcano Island, where the players are going to be 12th level D&D characters, and they're just going to walk over everything I throw at them.
Yay.
That is true.
And it's true. And I play Sergeant Denny Hobart, and I am trying to keep all of these roughnecks safe. But they are making it quite difficult for me so far.
One of the things I am going to do with the cleric, though, tomorrow night that I'm playing is I'm not going to take any heal spells. I just feel like that makes it too easy. So...
Tell the party that.
So...
No heal spells.
It'll be a surprise. They'll be like, oh, sorry, don't have that spell prepared today. My bad. And then in the bottom right square, we have Chuck.
That's me. Hey, I'm Chuck from Defenders of Kobold. I am playing Dr. Buckland tonight, and I'm totally going to fool around with some tentacles. So always exciting to look forward to. Well, we do things. Wednesday night, we got Weird Frontiers. Thursday night, we're doing a special one-shot of The Last Will and Testament of Obadiah Faulkner, but we're doing it with Deadlands. And then Friday, we'll be doing some BFRPG.
Very cool. And then, is it a Forbidden Lands week? I think it's a Forbidden Lands week.
It is. Yeah, we got Forbidden Lands this Saturday.
Yeah. I realized earlier today that I have 3 games on Saturday.
Ooh.
I don't know what I did, but I got Forbidden Lands, the start, then our Worlds Without Number game in the middle, and then Christopher's Tales from the Loop game in the eve. Whew.
Gonna be worn out, man.
I'm gonna be one exhausted 14-year-old girl in the 80s by the time that night's over.
That's great.
Okay, so let's get going. Again, This is the crew of a Weyland-Yutani science vessel by name of Cyan. And they've been sent out to an uncharted moon, a moon that has not yet gotten onto commercial charts because it's currently under a claim dispute between Weyland-Yutani and Bionational. And there have been some interesting radiation signatures and discoveries by a advanced survey team from a Weyland-Yutani who was like out here surveying and calculating where their mining sites were going to be. And in doing so, they discovered some sort of strange stuff. One of those being a radiation anomaly. And eventually, they also mentioned something about this sort of vegetative jungle that was like spawning in one specific location of the planet. So this crew was dispatched out to this moon, and their job is to figure out, well, what's causing this radiation stuff, catalog flora and fauna, figure out whether or not this particular moon is worth putting up a fight with Bionational. And if it is, then give them proof of it. And if not, then we move on. So that's the whole general gist of the mission. Now, they have, since they've arrived at this moon, some strange stuff has transpired because it's an alien game, and that would be odd if there wasn't strange stuff. They were unable to locate the survey team that they were supposed to meet up with. The camp that the advanced survey team had set up was abandoned. No sign of anybody, and no sign of the shuttle that they were using to scout out various mining sites. There was also a Bionational camp that had been set up on an opposite side of this large root jungle, and that too was abandoned. However, upon exploring it last episode, the crew uncovered some bodies hidden behind the walls and floorboards, and even a couple in drawers. There was one survivor that was kept in a cryo chamber as well, but they seemed to have some kind of infection. Also, while exploring this ship, Chet and Hobart and Bones discovered several hives of some kind of planetoid insect that, once they tried to move some kind of jeep in the cargo bay, they got very agitated and they swarmed the crew and tore off Chet's arm. And if not for some quick thinking of jumping the jeep out of the cargo bay and back onto the moon, everyone might have died. So shortly thereafter, someone spotted, once again, people off in the distance, like just randomly, like on some hill somewhere, and you all decided to go and track them down because your ship's missing. Your drop ship was stolen a couple weeks back, and you are on the lookout for that. And so you all track down, after, with a very passive aggressive way, some kind of landing site, and you found your dropship. And the crew split. Chet and Jaws got out and snuck up onto the dropship to see what was going on, whereas the rest of the crew stayed in their jeep, went up to a ridgeline overlooking the dropship, and up there they found wreckage, some sort of spaceship wreckage. And while they were taking a look at that, gunfire and explosions erupted below because Jaws and Chet got into a fight with a dude who had a big old swollen head and didn't have on an enviro suit, or at least didn't have on the helmet of an enviro suit. Blew up a flamethrower right in their midst, and you guys killed him, blew up his head. But you also discovered a cave with some sort of metal railing on the inside, and also kind of a carved signature spiral on the outside as well. I think that's it. I think that's everything. Yeah. So let's start up, and I'm going to switch us over to a different screen because we might be on a map a little bit this evening. So let me go ahead and activate this for everybody. Let's see. Okay. So 1 second, and I'll get those of you see who's not. Okay, so let me get who's not here available. I'm going to say, just for ease, I'm going to say that the rest of you who are up on the ridge in the Jeep are going to drive down, obviously, and reunite with everything going on. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw you up here as well. So Rook, Buckland, Hobart. Jen's not here, so I'm not going to throw her token down, but assume she's with you guys. So let's get some music playing. And here we are. So when all of you arrive, you see Jaws and Chet having, just moments ago, they managed to, that's really loud, just managed to defeat this thing. And with a very well placed shot to the head, which caused their head to then explode. And Jaws took some shelter behind some rocks. Chet, you were kind of up in it. You also found your ship. So your ship is kind of off in the corner here. You can see a little bit of it. You notice a bionational Jeep. Those of you who just got here, you're welcome to move up so you can see all this too. There we go. So, all right. So there's one of those same bionational Jeeps that you've all been driving around. You see another one right over here. You see what looks like a bunch of trash debris on the ground. Over here to the southwest, we'll say, is where you noticed kind of a partially obscure cave entrance. And Chet, you had peeked inside at one point as best you could when you first arrived, and you did see that there was metal inside, some kind of metal railing or metal equipment. But shortly thereafter, you were kind of made busy by the guy who was coming out. And when the four of you arrive, you notice that there is a body on the ground that has suffered very recent and very severe head wound, in that it has none anymore. So take it away. What do y'all want to do?
All right. Jaws, how you holding up?
Well, we had a visitor here. It looks like we've got at least this guy inside that cave. So we might want to take a look.
All right. You bleeding out anywhere? Take any shots?
Nope, I'm doing okay.
All right.
But I am actually going to reach into my pack and take a nap relief.
All right. Anyone that can see to Chet here?
I can take a look at him.
What
Right.
the hell happened to the boy?
I mean, it was mostly the bugs, when they ate my arm. And then, the flamethrower got shot and it blew up. Just, science.
All right.
Yeah, I'll go over and take a look at Chet. For trying to help him out, is that Comtech?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll see what I can do to patch Chet up.
So,
Yeah, I think
Sergeant
it
Hobart?
takes a shift to
It takes a full shot.
yeah, to
Oh,
repair the
okay.
critical injury.
Yep.
Okay.
But it's
I
repair.
appreciate
You would
the
know it's
doubt.
repairable. You would know
Where
it's
is
repairable.
Chet?
Okay. Right
I'm
next
right
to the
next
splatter.
to the body.
Oh, I can't see you for some reason. It's all black.
yeah, same here. Like I'm on the edge of my field of vision.
Yeah, it's all.
Try clicking on your token. See if that updated it for mine.
I'm clicking.
Yeah, same.
Can I go
can't-
check out the remains of that body? I'll go take a look. Yeah.
His head was
See.
messed up, Doc.
Sorry, didn't mean to be.
All right, everyone, pay attention. We got hostiles here. I don't want anyone getting too distracted. Hobart,
Okay.
keep an eye on that entrance to that cave there. If it looks hostile, light it up. If it doesn't, maybe give him a chance to talk. But I'm more
A
concerned
chance
about
to
us.
talk out. Come on now, Captain. Enough of this jibber jabber. We are under attack.
Like I said, if it's hostile, light it up. If it ain't,
Hostile or not, it fired at your crew, and we fire back.
right, that one's dead. Like I
Who,
said,
who got the kill? Who got the confirmed kill?
Jaws.
turns, nods to Jaws. Well done, soldier.
I'm gonna need you focused now. All right. I need you
Ideally,
to
I'd prefer to talk to people, but had to keep everybody safe.
listen to an order instead of interrupt me for once. Okay. I want you to keep an eye on that entrance. If something hostile comes, I want you to light it up. If it looks like it may not be hostile, we may need to give it a chance. There are things that are beyond your responsibilities that we need to accomplish here. Is that understood, Sergeant?
Nothing is beyond my responsibilities. I will keep this crew safe. That's what I'm here for.
All right.
Does the body have any kind of weapon on it?
There's a knife nearby, and then there's like what looks like a broken flamethrower at this point. Because
Okay.
yeah, flamethrower could probably be repaired, but we'll say it'll probably take a shift, just like Chet's arm.
I'll pick up the knife. That way, in case we get into the shit, I'm not going in completely unarmed.
Okay. Unarmed. Chet's standing right next to you. It's a little insensitive.
That was insensitive.
It's
okay.
Ooh. Yeah, I want to take a moment to scientifically check this body out. Look for any abnormalities besides the giant missing head.
Okay. Roll an observation
Sure.
to your analysis.
I'll take 2 successes. I feel good with that.
Okay. So you notice a few things. Most notably is, obviously other than the head missing, is skin discoloration. There's kind of a significant skin discoloration to the point where it actually looks fairly similar to the woman that you saw when you were on board the bionational ship and who was in the cryo chamber. This seems to be a little bit more progressed. You also notice that there is kind of with 2 successes. You also notice that the suit he's wearing, this Enviro suit, is pretty torn up, but it also has some kind of like yellowish white like paste dried on top of it in some way. You think at first it might have been paint, but as you start looking at it, it flakes away in a manner that doesn't suggest paint. That it's probably organic of some kind, like he's been exposed to something.
Okay. Yeah, I'll relay the main points being it's the same infection as the woman that's in cryo, and he's covered in some foreign contaminant. So maintaining environmental seal is going to be absolutely vital.
All right. Well, we need to know at least anything that they had learned, if anything. Do they have anything on them that would be used to keep any notes, like a PDAT or anything like that, Dr. Buckland?
No, not that I see.
All right. I'm going to walk over to the vehicle over here and take a look through it.
Okay. So the vehicle it's the same model and make as the one that you all have been driving, the bionational Jeep that you took from the cargo bay of the bionational ship. It looks a little bit more worse for wear than the one you've been driving, but effectively it's the same. It also, now that you're looking at this, you do notice that like the ATV's tire treads and stuff that you've been driving as well, it kind of matches some of the same stuff that Jaws and Bones also saw when you all first arrived a couple days ago, before you went back up to space. And you do notice that like there's some boot prints that seem to be leading from this particular vehicle over towards that same cave entrance that Chet had pointed out to you when you first arrived.
No written documentation or anything like that.
No, you don't see anything like that.
Okay. All right.
Captain, Sergeant, I would suggest maybe if there's some way we could quickly and easily disable this vehicle. That way, in case we need to flee in a hurry, we don't have to worry about them giving chase.
Well, that's a good idea, but what if they take the only vehicle? Like if someone tries to escape and then they leave us?
Maybe we just flip a battery terminal or something like that. If they
Sure,
run
there's
to
a
it,
cable
it doesn't
or
work.
something that I could
Right.
with
So
us.
something that would take some time to diagnose rather than.
Yeah.
All right.
Fixing it's a momentary fix. Diagnosing it would take a while.
Nice.
And if we want, I would worry about doing it to both, because what if we need to try and leave in a hurry?
Hmm.
But it's a
Well,
possibility if we're wanting to trap ourselves here with whatever may or may not be inside that cave.
all right. Well, let me see if I can find something out underneath this hood. I'll look underneath it and see if I can just decouple a battery terminal.
Yeah, like you're looking to just make it. You're looking to do sabotage, but that would be like complicated to fix. Is that what? Is my understanding that
No,
correctly?
no, it's just like even if it takes a while to turn a bolt, that would be plenty of time for us to get away.
Yeah, I don't think this
So-
requires a roll. Yeah, you can go ahead and just do it.
Yeah. Yeah, that way we can get a nice head start.
Yeah, that's easy enough. You just unplug a couple essential cables that you know between power source and control, and you're fine.
Is-
Good idea, Dr. Buckland.
Thank you. So does that mean we're heading in?
Sure does. Everyone armed?
I've got a knife.
Halfway.
I'm ready for aggressive science.
All right, you. Jaws,
Got my gun.
good. Chet,
I got a gun too.
all right.
So what's the plan?
Doctor, just make sure that if anything bad happens, you make sure that, anyone that comes on you, hopefully we'll be able to take care of it all.
Absolutely. I'll stay back and out of the way and try and help when I can without getting myself shot.
All right.
Okay.
Sergeant, lead the way in.
And he moves in
Okay.
strategically.
You guys can move your tokens to the southwest a bit if you want. I tried to replace yours and Adam and Matt. See, did it help at all?
It opened up, but it's not giving me light as I move southwest. I just hit
Yeah, I
a
can't. I
wall
get
of
to
black.
an edge of my
So
vision.
weird. I don't know why it's doing that.
There it opened up.
It's working for you, Chuck?
No, it wasn't at first, but then all of a sudden it shifted. Like maybe it's following Chet.
What I need to do is I need to go to the star map and then back, and then it'll update.
Okay. Yeah, just refresh or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
oh
so,
yeah, yep, that worked.
Okay, perfect. So we'll move you. Right now, while you guys are refreshing, I'll just move you guys up a little bit so you can see. And again, presume Bones is with you. She's just,
It doesn't keep up though. It just loads what your vision is, and then you have to go back and go back in. You have to keep switching back and forth between the star map.
That's so
Yeah.
annoying. Let me check a setting really quick.
I'm gonna reload my application while I'm doing that.
Let me try this. See if this updates helps. Okay. Yeah, I just did a quick setting update on one thing. Let me know if that helps at all.
Now it's moving as I move.
Okay, good. It's supposed to.
think.
It's supposed to be
Yeah.
doing it.
Oh yeah.
All right. Let me get the.
No, mine's still not working.
All right. Well, Matt. Well, it was nice playing with you. You can.
Yeah, I'll do it first. I'm taking lead. You guys go up there and tell me what happens.
Here's what else I don't know why I was working earlier when I tried it. Let me do one final thing, and I'm just gonna give everyone vision of each other's characters. Let's just do that.
Okay.
That helped.
So then,
Now we can see all of the dangers that will befall us.
Hooray.
all right. Hopefully, you all should be able to see each other's stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. There we go. What was that?
It's exciting.
That was
Someone's
me
trying to
mashing
open
the
a
door,
door.
trying to open it.
Oh, well, why don't you
You
just
have
calm
arms
down,
reach out?
buddy?
Wait, there's a door?
Okay. So, adjust the camera for everybody to at home and refresh. Okay. It's being kind of annoying. Okay. So, and now like it's not updating on the overlay. Being so annoying tonight.
You going, Sergeant Hobart? I see you
It's okay.
sneaking around a little
The
corner
door's
there.
locked to all the important places. I would say just be careful where you're going because some of that is intraversable. I'm just waiting for stuff to reload for me so that the overhead stuff. Okay. So one basic rule I tell you, I mean, I say to when I use these things is like, if you're moving your character where I see your token, that's where you're at, whether it's good or bad thing. So like, there's sometimes if you move too far ahead. Why is
Pit traps. Lots of pit traps in this.
I have no idea why the damn overlay is still not working. It makes no sense. Hey, there we go. All right, so I got people who are inside somehow. You shouldn't be inside yet.
Oh,
That's what I said.
that's weird. I'm watching the stream. I'm like, wow, I'm inside that room.
How did you get inside?
Yeah, I'm
Fascinating.
still not updating myself, so
Okay.
Because you
Arch
can't
is
even pull
magic.
me through the wall as the GM. I'm watching you try to pull me
Right?
back.
This is so weird.
You screwed with that door one too many times.
I was at the other end of the room when I clicked it. I swear. I was testing to see if Jeff has arm's reach on.
Okay, so let's close this up. All right, everyone stop moving your tokens. Stop moving your tokens. All right. I will go ahead and just cancel the stream. Yeah, like I can't even, I don't even have control of them. This is so freaking weird. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't even have, like, I'm GM. Why can't I can move the tokens? Okay, so dumb. Anyway, I'm gonna move everyone back if I can in a second. Sorry about this,
Anybody
everybody.
else need a nap relief? I've got a few extras. If anybody's feeling a little bit stressed,
Okay.
What are the effects on that?
it clears your stress out.
Oh, I will gladly take one.
What's the negative effect on it?
As long as you only take one per like scene,
Shift.
there's no per shift. There's no negative effect.
Yeah, I will gladly
I'll
take
take
one.
one later.
yeah, I think I'll take that from you now, but probably take it later. I have a feeling things are going to heat up, and but I will take out my coffee mug and tap on it a little bit before I take a drink of whatever he's drinking. It's probably a mix of coffee, water, and whiskey. Just
I'm surrounded by a bunch of pill poppers.
Well, dear Sergeant, maybe if you took up, might be able to unwind a little bit.
If I unwind, you die, son.
we got a posture check.
Okay. All right.
When you
It's
get
sort of
rid All of
working.
your stress. Does your panic go away? Like I'm sitting at panicked 11. Does that go away if my stress? goes away?
Yeah, we'll say yeah. Okay. So let's get it going. All right. So when you first enter into the cave, you pass by like this small little sigil that Chet had already seen, kind of crudely carved in. But you also noticed, like, as you walk immediately in, some of the first like metal stuff that you had seen before is what looks like some kind of old equipment of some kind. Like, you wander in, you can see it immediately. It looks like there's a winch. It's kind of rusted. There's some heavy duty cable, and there's some kind of there's other kinds of equipment there. And the cave itself is incredibly dark, so if you've got flashlights out, you can see. If you don't have flashlights out, it's basically dark, and it's only the light that brings you. You do notice that that there is like a metal staircase that seems to be climbing upwards. The metal itself looks old and rusted. It's been here for a while, and it also seems to be built on top of, like, all of that brown that you see is really jagged, rough rock. And the staircase, the balconies, it's like looks like two stories, and they each go up about 8 to 9 to 10 feet or so, and then you go up again. So it's like the whatever this is leading to is further up in this kind of plateau mountain area. You don't hear anything first when you come in here. It's very quiet, and you do see some of these boot prints that you saw outside lead in here and towards the stairwell, and then they stop at this point. Okay. When you look upwards too, you can see that there's some flickering light that's by a door up on the balcony. So,
First or second tier of the balcony?
second tier.
Okay.
We don't happen to have a motion tracker with us, do we?
I don't know. Do any of you?
No. Like I'm saying
I
that
do.
in character.
No, I don't.
I do declare, Captain, I have a motion tracker. I am always prepared as a Marine.
Good. That's why we brought you along.
Okay.
You
You
wanna-
doing your job.
You want to use that, or you want someone else to hold it while you keep your hands on your gun?
He will hand it to the Dr. Buckland behind him.
All right. I won't let you down.
Okay. So go ahead and roll. What's the power level on it, Matt?
Good question. One moment. It's the M314.
Most likely 3 or 4, I would guess.
Tells me to go to page 86.
I shall go to page 80. I got it.
Extreme range and open terrain, long range and close quarters. Power supply level of 5 when
Okay.
fully charged.
All right. So Buckland, if you're using it, go ahead and roll 5 d6s.
Okay.
If any of those are 1s, you deplete some of the energy of that.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so shoot that down to 4. It still works. It's just it takes some energy. You do not sense any. What's the range you say again, Matt? Give me the range.
Long indoors.
Okay.
Ignore those last 2 power supply rolls.
Okay, no problem.
Long range, close quarters, extreme and open terrain. So long.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you do detect movement. Up ahead and inside, or at least straight ahead up the stairs in the direction you're going into the cave. There does seem to be movement.
Okay, I'll point that out. Yep, right up there, Sergeant.
All right, he's gonna draw his assault rifle and he's gonna start moving slowly forward.
Okay.
Rook takes out his pistol and stays a good distance as not to crowd Hobart, but like goes up behind him basically.
Okay. All right.
Charles will be next.
Okay. So, try to move your characters then up to that second balcony. See if that works for people.
Yeah, I can't see though.
Okay, I'll do it for you then. I have no idea. Like, all your settings are the exact same. Everyone has the exact same settings. Oh God. Chuck and I are fighting over the Dr. Buckland.
Oh, are we?
It's okay.
Sorry.
No, it's all good.
Question for you guys while we're moving: does anybody else know? Like, has the armor button disappeared off the main page? I don't see it anymore. I have a feeling I'm gonna be rolling armor tonight, and I don't see it on there anymore. And there's consumables in the bottom left. That's where armor used to be. Or is it not?
Yeah.
Matt, there's no armor in Alien. Sorry.
Come on now.
I bet it's
way.
on the inventory because that's where the power for. Oh no, it's at the top right underneath stress.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Chuck.
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you.
Okay. So you all work your way up to this balcony where you see kind of a flickering light. You notice that there are a few things up here. You see a couple empty barrels off to your left when you get up to the landing. You notice that above the door is a security camera that seems to be functioning and is moving.
Oh.
And you notice that there is a door on the wall with a panel along the side.
I would like to listen at the door, seeing as how Dr. Dr. Buckland said there's movement
No,
there.
we're not married yet.
Not yet. After this, we'll be.
Okay, roll an observation.
Observation. Okay. Oh, I'm good with that.
Nice.
Okay. When you lean your head against like the metal door and listen in, you do hear like a thumping somewhere.
Thumping.
Like as if somebody is like either taking very, very heavy footsteps, but more likely kind of maybe someone's banging against other metal. It's almost like the vibrations getting up to you.
How far away? With 3 successes, can I determine how close it would be to the door? Does it sound like it's very close?
Oh, it's not right on the other side. No.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you would surmise that, it's maybe 30 feet away or so, something like that, 20 to 30 feet away. It's not immediately on the other side though.
With the control panel, is there any way to see, like, is it locked? Can we see on there, or is it...
It doesn't appear to be locked necessarily. It's sealed, but you kind of punch around on the panel itself, and it's really just an open and closed. It doesn't appear to have any kind of lock, or it doesn't appear to be currently locked. It's an old model pad. Like this looks like an old place, like a place that's been around or maybe reused, like recycled in some way. So like on your ship, for instance, in at the survey site for the Weyland-Yutani folks, all that stuff seemed far more up to date. Like this seems like an older version, and so it's very simply on off. Or open, close, like seal, unseal type of thing, and it doesn't look like there's a lock.
Okay, I'm going to open the door and have my gun at the ready. Oh.
Okay. Door opens up. That flickering red light now is like right in your face as you see what looks like an airlock seal chamber, like a small little intermediate or interstitial chamber there. And you can see that there is a suit that is hanging up on the wall to your left. There looks to be spaces for a couple others. You can hear you can see some vents and some like on to the right side as you come in. And then there looks to be another door going on the inside. This one doesn't appear to be closed. It's just it's closed, but it's like it's not sealed. You can see that there's like a little red light. It's probably the reason why there's a warning light in this little intermediate chamber.
Okay, and can I still hear sounds from here?
Yeah, it's a little harder to hear when you're not leaning against the metal, but like yeah, you can still hear it. And there's another door, and you're confident it's not on the immediate side of this other door either. It's like further in. It's almost like it's cascading through the metal towards you, vibrating towards you.
So there's a suit in here, right?
Yeah.
And I look over at Chet. Is he wearing anything?
Chet, are you wearing anything?
I was wearing a suit just the same as you guys, and then, the left arm of it is gone.
Oh, I'll without saying anything, I'll point at that suit that's in here and look at Chet. Just, let him know that that's there if he needs to replace anything. And then I'll hold a hand up like, and mouth out the words, hold up.
Waiting.
Yep, and I'll look back at Hobart.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to do the same thing. Open the door and have my assault rifle ready.
Okay. Yeah, the door opens just fine. Very dark room. There is some faint light coming from your left as you come in. You see that there's some monitors and things off to the left. You guys can start moving in slowly if you want. And you can see that there is just a massive amount of rubble in here. Like it's like something went down in here. There's a massive, giant, broken table or a desk of some kind. There's blood on the ground. There's debris. Looks like there's busted crates. When you get in here, you can tell that the blood on the ground that you immediately, like, you can tell it's not recent. It doesn't look fresh and red. It looks kind of old and brown, but there's a significant amount of it. So there's broken tables, some chairs, some kind of scuffle. You see containers like off around to your left that seems to have some kind of something in it. All along the walls, you can see like stuff has been drawn, and it looks like tally marks for a really long time. And then eventually those tally marks kind of shift into something else. You can see that in an alcove to the north side of the room, there's kind of a small, or not actually, a fairly large desk area with a couple monitors. Immediately to your left when you come in, there's another desk area with some monitors. There's signs on the floor and on some of the walls of kind of explosive residue, like kind of black, like a blackened scorch marks. You can see up ahead on the far side of the room, there is a door that seems to go further east. We'll just use the layout of the screen. And then it looks like there's a door that goes to the south that's currently has like these two barrels in front of it. And Hobart, as you like do a quick observation, you can hear that thumping rhythm that you heard coming from behind those barrels.
From behind the barrels?
Yeah.
Oh.
But he didn't want that getting out.
Rook's
Is
over.
anybody- Go ahead.
Rook's taking cover where he's standing at the moment, keeping an eye on both doors. Go ahead and say what you were going to say.
He's going to turn Chet and say, I do declare, Chet, you still have one of those grenades handy?
Of course I do.
What do I see on the motion tracker?
Okay, go ahead and I think you have to roll it again every time you go to use it.
Mhm.
But you do see that there is motion right in that room.
Don't break that thing, Doctor.
I will try my best, but yeah, there's something moving in there.
Chet,
Chet,
Yeah.
basic maneuvers. I open the door. You toss in a grenade if it's hostile.
Right.
did you want to replace your suit, Chet, first?
I might recommend that.
Okay, I didn't want to slow you guys down, but I'm glad to do that.
Just in case. I mean, the suit we can throw away. Your epidermis, that would take some work.
Okay.
In fact, while we do that, while you put that suit on, I want to take a look at a few things. I'm going to see if there's any terminal I can look at, any filing cabinet, anything.
You don't see any filing cabinets, but there are a couple terminals. Yeah, there's one immediately to where Jaws is, like where you and Jaws are right now. When you look at them, what's on the screen are basically security cam, like CCTV footage, basically. And you see a few different cameras. You see 3 different shots. There's a couple. One of them shows right outside where you just saw the initial camera when you were like standing outside.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is out completely, doesn't show anything. One of them shows the entrance to the cave. There was a hidden camera somewhere above the cave.
All right.
You don't
Is the
see
one
any
that-
movement on any of them other than, the static and stuff on the one broken. Go ahead, Jess.
Are there any labels on them so that we might know like where the one that's out is positioned?
There are no labels, no. Everything in here, by the way, all the tech you're looking at, everything just looks old. It looks. This is not up to Wayland Yutani or bionational standards. This is.
Which have we seen any indication of which this is? Any logos on anything?
You do notice when you're looking around some of the containers and things that there are some Wayland Yutani in some bionational containers in here. Like you see the traditional black and yellow logoing of the Wayland Yutani in some of its containers, and same thing with the bionational one. And when you start digging through them, it looks like it's a lot of them just have supplies in it. Like you can just see that there's different. It's like it was likely stolen. And it looks new. So like if everything else in here looks old, looks outdated, but then you look at these fairly nice looking crates that are relatively brand spanking new by comparison, and you would probably conclude that they probably stole them from one of the two camps.
Somebody was here first.
And so then
I'm gonna start
I was going to say, and then
barrels.
Rook, the other terminal seems to be more intensive. So the one, the initial one just looks to be straight like a security console, and that's it. And then the one in the alcove to the north seems to be more. Hobart, what'd you say you were doing?
I want to start moving those barrels out of the way.
Okay. All right. I didn't make them movable, so we'll just have to use our imaginations and pretend that those barrels are not there. But yeah, you start to move them away. When you do, like, you hear sloshing around inside of them. And they're kind of heavy, but you're able to sort of do the classic kind of wheel and turn. And the door looks to have a whole mess load of blood underneath it. It's old blood, though. It's like caked and brown. You see footprints in it, but those footprints head eastward. And it looks like this door has suffered some damage.
From the inside?
From both, you can see like there's definitely been some dents that have been put into it. And then the front side of it is more like explosive residue. It looks like, from your expert opinion, likely somebody blew up a grenade or two in here.
Does Chet really have a grenade, by the way, Jeremy?
Sure. I actually have that hidden stash talent.
Yeah. I think it's hilarious, so yeah.
All right, Chet. I'm gonna open the door. I'm gonna spin to the side, and you toss a grenade if it's a threat in there.
Just to confirm, like if something's moving, it's a threat, right?
He looks over at Rook, and who has his back to
Rook is
to us,
occupied. Yes.
and he just like nods, like, mm-hmm.
Got it. Rules of engagement established.
All right, so I want to hit the
Fortunate.
thing to open the door and just like spin to the side of it, like my back against the wall. I'm not even gonna look in the room. I'm just gonna open out of the way. Chet throws a grenade in.
Okay. What kind of grenade is it?
Whatever grenade you let me have.
I'm trying to
Nuclear.
go back to the lists of them because I know there's a couple different kinds.
Basically, I assume it's like whenever Sergeant Hobart was like letting me get the pistol, I just probably like grabbed something.
All right, I've got two in my inventory sheet. I have electroshock grenade and regular. Roll a 50-50. If it's 1 to 50, it's an M40. If it's 51 to 100, it's a G2 electroshock.
Awesome. All right. 99.
Oh.
Okay, so it's the electroshock. Let me pull it up.
Awesome.
All right, so you just happen to have an electroshock grenade on you.
Is this one good, Sarge? I don't even know.
It's medium
Nice.
ranged when used as a hand grenade. Has a stun effect of -2. They're called electronic ball breakers, is what their nickname is. When deployed, they propel themselves about 3 feet off the ground before releasing a mega voltage electronic pulse. They usually initiate the usual non-lethal shock is still strong enough to freeze a person's central nervous system. All humans in the target zone must make a hard stamina roll with a -2 penalty or be stunned for 1 round.
Make sure you don't miss the door, Chet.
Oh God.
Of course not.
Bounce.
I've got this.
All of us.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna assume you're opening the door. He's gonna throw the grenade, and then you're gonna immediately close the door. Is that right? Am I understanding that? Or are you gonna open it, look, and then make a determination?
No, I don't want to look. I'm gonna open it, spin out of the way. He throws,
Okay.
This
And
is a
then look.
perfect plan.
and then after it
Sarge.
goes off, then go back in front and possibly shoot.
Okay. Are you gonna
look.
do any kind of looking before you throw, or are you just throwing it?
Oh, that's Chet.
I would look.
Okay. Okay.
Orders be damned.
Okay.
Well, because rules of engagement, if it's moving, it's a threat. So
Okay.
look.
That
Okay.
is true.
Okay. So,
Everybody's busy rummaging through this.
what is everybody else doing while this is happening?
Oh, Rook
Oh.
is very distracted. He is trying to gain
Okay.
information from this terminal.
All right, I'm going to assume that Jaws is helping, or not Jaws. Bones is helping you. Jaws, what are you doing?
Jaws is gonna look through. There's kind of a pile of stuff on the floor right here that I just want to look through.
Okay, so we'll take care of that after this wonderful plan. Okay, so Hobart opens the door. Chet, roll an observation test.
All right.
You're the only one who said you were looking, so go ahead and roll an observation
This is
test.
such a good idea.
This is a great idea.
I'm so happy. Observation. There we go.
Okay. Oh, but you
All
can't
those
push.
dice.
You can't
I
push.
can't. There's nothing in there.
Yeah, there's.
It's
you-
fine.
Yeah, it's empty. It's super dark. You don't see anything.
Really? Shit, doesn't.
He doesn't see anything.
Yeah,
It's super dark.
I think it's fine, Sarge. Are you sure you heard something?
Is there any thumping coming from there anymore?
When you open the door, it stopped. And that's when leaping out of the darkness of the room, you see an individual draped in some kind of enviro suit. Their head is like malshapen and like pulsing. It's all sorts of like grays and browns, and it's as it leaps out.
Chet, why did you not throw the grenade?
And I'm gonna let
I
it.
didn't see anything move.
I'm gonna let it get an attack off, and then we'll go into initiative.
No.
This is pretty hilarious. I
Rip.
swear to God, this isn't even a joke. It grabs. Arm pull is the name of this. So it's gonna leap out, going right at Chet, who's got his good arm with the grenade cocked but hasn't thrown it.
Oh,
Tries to grab the victim's arm and tries to pull it clean off with its bare hands.
Chet.
No.
that's
Yes. Yes.
So okay, I gotta roll a certain amount of dice.
Chet is literal. Look for
No.
movement.
Okay.
Chet.
Do you have any armor?
Nope.
You don't
I've
have
got
any armor?
dodge.
The enviro suit is.
The
Yeah, you
enviro
got that
suit
You have an
has
enviro
two-
suit now, yeah.
Oh, okay. And I've got dodge that lets me dodge special
Hey,
attacks.
Bert, how's it going?
But
Yeah.
How much armor does the enviro suit have?
I believe.
2. Yeah, that sounds right. So which one do you want to do? I think you can do both. So like, if you want to do your dodge, you can try to do that.
No.
Do you know something? If you know something, please share, because I forget rules
Okay.
all the time.
No, I'm going to use bodyguard,
What?
and I'm gonna help Chet because
Gonna
he's my
Richard
buddy.
Gere him?
I'm gonna risk my life.
Don't
for
do
Chet.
it,
Oh,
Sarge.
wow.
No.
Okay.
I need to roll mobility.
Roll mobility as you try to leap at this thing.
Dive to take the hit. Yep.
Okay.
So roll mobility does not count as an action in combat. If you roll one or more success, you take the hit instead.
Okay. So I need you now then to roll armor.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Oh, God, why? Why, Sarge? Why?
So as
life, my
you
buddy.
hear "Blah," and this thing leaps out, it goes reaching for Chet. You intersperse yourself between it, and it just goes and it reaches out and it rips at your arm. You get critical injury. I think it says 54.
Ooh. That's high.
Yeah, it's hard to see sometimes with this.
Or severed arm?
Oh, wow.
Severed arm.
Wow.
Chet,
What? Sarge,
I was-
why?
I was playing my agenda. Alright, help
You're
me.
such a good.
Oh no.
Oh goodness.
Ah! My arm is on the ground next to me. Oh no.
Wow.
Oh no.
I
Oh,
don't
that's
think
the
we can
wrong
undo
thing.
that.
I thought I said it'd be the trying to link the injury description.
Twitch
Oh.
hooligan.
Hey, that's
know
that's
where
where you
you
guys
are.
are at. That's where you guys are at.
Uh-huh.
I have just been filled with.
Oh,
Here
Oh
we
my god.
go. Okay,
lethal
I have
in
two
one
gun
shift.
arms. Too old to twitch. I have two gun arms. Don't worry.
severed arms. This thing
Severed arm.
leaps out, goes for Chet. Hobart, you intersperse yourself. You stick your arm out to try to like armbar him and like rip him towards you. But instead of that happening, this creature just like grabs onto your arm and savagely rips it off. Just right in front of Chet. Blood spurts out from the shoulder, just splurting all over Chet's face.
Ah! Oh no.
And let's go ahead and roll initiative at this point.
Oh man.
Did I take any damage from it?
Yeah, it was a 2. It was 2. I had 2
Zero
successes on my roll. Base damage of 1, so take 2 points of damage.
Okay.
Do we have
Man.
to roll stress? I'm assuming.
I
Yeah, you
feel
do.
I feel it's I feel that you all should probably roll panic at this point.
Take a stress and roll panic.
I think everyone take a stress roll panic as this is happening. That's pretty crazy. Let me go ahead. And,
Wow. I got nervous twitch, stress level increases, as well as all friendly PCs in short
Oh,
range.
shit. Here we go.
yes.
Oh no. Here comes
The arm campaign. We had bulges two sessions ago. Now it's arms tonight.
Now it's arms.
Oh,
Is
no.
that
and I
better
are
or
twinsies.
worse?
I don't know.
Do we have one armor from each side? Are you like building? a
Yeah.
little-
Can we like attach your stumps in the middle and like you just give real big hugs?
What is this?
We'll assume it's your off arm because it's not your
Looks
main.
like okay.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, poor Hobart has just got his arm
Hobart's
ripped
done.
off. Just his arm, blood just spurting all over the place as this creature leaps out. And let me go ahead and get that initiative going. I'll just assign them because it's easier. So Rook, Jaws, Buckland, Chet, Hobart, and whatever this is. Okay. So on the bright side, most of you are going to go before this creature gets to go. So it looks like Jaws, you are ready to go.
Okay, I had a decently good vantage point of this. Right behind me, as I'm like, oh, what are these clothes on the ground? I hear awful sound behind me. I'm gonna try to shoot it.
Okay. That's a success for sure.
And I
Okay,
have to
good.
roll stress.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. Just getting something done really quick.
Keeping it together.
Arya.
I'm not. Chet and I are twinsies now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh goodness! Except his could be repaired. Okay, I don't think this thing. Let me check to see if it has armor. It does actually have armor. Yay! It does. I have armor.
Ooh.
Let me roll armor. 1 success. So I will take off one damage. What's the total damage?
Let me scroll back up. No, I had 3 successes.
Your gun does 1 damage base. You had 3 successes, so you'll do 2 damage.
Okay.
Okay, fair enough. Next up is Rook. Turn back.
Alright.
Hobart is flailing around, except it's not an arm that's flailing, it's blood. And this creature is brandishing his arm like it's a baseball bat and is about to hit him with it and beat him to death with his
So-
own arm.
So quick rules clarification.
Yeah.
So Hobart's not broken, right? Even
No.
though he
No.
suffered an injury.
No, I'm
so,
not broken.
Correct.
So I can't treat him because he's not broken.
That's correct.
You can, or can you fix the critical injury?
Was the critical injury fatal? I think it was, right?
Yeah, it's fatal and it's
yeah,
shift.
you can do that now, but I would say
Since it's a shift, I can wait a little bit
yeah.
of time.
I would say y'all are
Right?
smart
'Cause the
enough.
Shift is how long?
That's like 10 hours.
Okay. All right. In that case, then I'm gonna let my rival bleed out just a little bit longer. So I'm gonna say, Jaws, open fire. As I'm gonna use my skill or my talent of field commander, where I can use the command to command to give orders in combat as a fast action instead of
Okay.
a slow action. So that's my command skill there, and I had it memorized, but I forgot. Do I need to roll anything for that?
You just use command. You just roll command as a fast action as long as you're successful.
You get a +1 for every
They
success.
get yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So I would get a +1.
Well,
Oh, if
that
you
ain't gonna
rolled a
happen,
success.
and we're gonna have a little more fun, so I'm gonna push it.
There we go. Oh, goodness.
Oh.
Yes. I
Okay.
like it. So yeah, let's do this. I'm keeping it together for now. So yeah, you'll get to add +2 to your roll, Jaws,
Sweet.
if you open fire on it.
I just did, and
assuming we
tried to continue
survive.
Again.
Yeah.
Get back
Just
around
kills
to
in
my
the first
turn.
room.
There's
And
so
then-
much more to explore.
I'm gonna use my slow action to take a shot at it,
Okay, go ahead. Okay.
and that's gonna be enough. It's 1 damage, but it is armor piercing, so they get half armor.
Okay. So half armor would be 3d6s. Then he's got armor 6, so we'll do 3d6. That doesn't look good. Yep, that goes through.
Nice.
You find a sweet spot, and you see just a big chunk of that kind of blue grayish skin just rip off, but doesn't seem to phase it too much. Okay, so that was Rook Hobart. Your turn. How you doing?
So I'm lying there, I'm screaming, blood's pulsing out, but the soldier in me is gonna fight on. So I'm gonna, like, with my good arm, prop up, because I'm on the ground, right? I figure I'm laying down.
I mean, it's up to you. If you want to say you went prone, you can do that, but I'm not going to require it.
Okay, if I'm standing up, I want to use my one good arm. This thing's like point blank at me,
Mhm.
so I'm gonna use my fast action to take aim, and I'm just gonna, like, unload.
Please
on this
do.
thing.
Yeah, go right ahead. I would imagine they probably have cyber replacements, Galen, for sure. Because, like,
You would think so.
we have that now. You know, it's got to be better.
I'm gonna push it.
Okay.
Ooh.
I like this. I like this, Hobart. Let's see.
So was that 2 more successes?
Yeah, total of 4.
Total of 4 successes and roll stress, yeah. And the damage is base 2.
Start to tremble uncontrollably. Oh.
All right, so
Oh no.
armor.
Oh no.
Okay, I rolled 1 armor, so that went through. So it looks like you got 4 plus base 2 damage. So I took 5 damage from that.
And it is armor piercing as well.
Oh, never mind. I took 6 damage from that as you
Just unload.
and it's just like you're ripping it apart. Like you're nailing it center mass, and it's just its chest is just ripping left and right, but it's still up and still functional, and it's gonna go over to Chet at this point.
Okay.
Dude.
I think you said, like, it's as its chest is ripping open. I
Yeah.
have the electro grenade in my hand. I punch my good hand into its chest and activate the grenade.
Yes, Chet.
Roll a melee. I think roll a melee attack, right? That sounds like a melee attack to me.
It seems like the thing to do.
I think that's amazing.
So
So close combat.
Oh, actually, I do.
I'm not even gonna roll armor for it because it doesn't, like, you're literally putting it inside of him, so I don't think armor would necessarily apply because it looks so cool. You're gonna punch into its chest, let go of the grenade, and it's gonna look at you really quick. There's gonna be a beep 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 beep, and then boom. As from the inside out, the chest explodes, and it just viscera on anybody standing nearby. Chet, Hobart, as this thing explodes, it doesn't completely come apart, but it has like a vacant cavity now as it stumbles back and just falls to the floor, defeated.
Oh my God, Sarge, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I walk over and kind of just push Chet to the side as he's standing there apologizing. I take out the med kit to start seeing to Hobart.
Absolutely. Yeah, go ahead and roll your check. Switch this over a bit. That was awesome. Why is it always Matt? Matt always gets
I
the
know.
critical injuries.
I'm always-
This is awesome.
Oh man.
Hey,
Mr.
listen,
Free League
Chet.
Publishing of Chell.
This old soldier's not done yet. He's gonna carry on with one arm.
I love it. Okay, so you're trying to stem the bleeding a bit so he doesn't just completely
Right.
bleed out. Yeah, go for it. It should just
Is using a med kit.
I know
It gives you a
yeah,
bonus.
somebody might have one. Let me check to see if
I've got a med kit. I think Rook, you got a med kit. It's a +2 to
it's
medical
+2.
aid.
Okay, that's
so does Bones. So yeah, you can go ahead and take your +2. Yeah. Who has the cooler? Well, we have plenty of milk, so if it's like a tooth,
Oh, that's it.
just shove it inside of Chet.
He's our tauntaun.
I just shove the meat of his arm over my.
nope, that ain't gonna work.
Oh no. It's
I
just
haven't had a decent roll, but yeah, no, it's not.
yeah, as you're almost panicking as you're getting down there, like this is your command, and one of the most seasoned military person just had their arm ripped off by a creature right in front of your eyes, panicking, hand shaking. You're unable to get it. Like you're ruining various pieces of like med equipment and gauze and stuff. It's just it's just not working. You're not. Yeah. Okay. Is anybody trying to help with this? As Hobart is still bleeding out.
Seeing that the captain's having a real hard time with that, I'll step in.
He's fairly armless now. That's good.
Yeah. I'll step in and give a hand on that.
Yeah, go right ahead. Oh boy.
Dear Lord.
I think we should just let him go. Fate just wants him.
Yeah, I think that's the way
Should
it's
start
gotta
making a new
be.
character right now.
Go right ahead.
Oh,
There's a
man.
bunch of
I'll
them
push.
up in orbit.
Nope.
Oh my
Oh, no,
god.
I am gonna die.
Wow.
No.
Okay.
Can I try and help?
Yes, go right
I
ahead.
don't.
Everybody's taking turns poking the wound.
Finally,
There you go.
Dr.
Bill is a
Buckland and Rook
successful motivator.
loosened it for you.
I just take his gun that he rapid fired and just take the hot end of it and just burn it.
Cauterized wound.
Okay. All of you catch your breaths. Hobart, you're probably still in a little bit of shock right now, but your training's setting in. So, like, stuff ingrained into you back when you were in the USMC. But this isn't a good situation for you. Nonetheless, you're alive at least, unlike this creature on the ground. And when you look inside the room, by the way, you do see that there is another body laying on the ground.
Jaws will be looking at that since everybody else is doing the medical stuff.
Okay. Are you looking at the creature that you just killed, or are you looking at whatever is in the
No,
next
I wanted to
room?
check the room and make sure that they weren't going to be ambushed while they were doing all the medical stuff.
Okay. You step inside. You take a look inside that little bathroom. It looks like a bathroom. There's a shower, shitter, sink, etc. And covered in a very bloody blanket is a body that looks to be in bio-national clothes. You see that kind of that light blue coloring.
Any kind of name tag or anything on it?
Yeah, actually. Let me see if it's a name you would have had. Yeah, so this looks to be someone by the name of Paula Davis. So you see Davis, it says P. Davis, and one of you, because I marked it, one of you read that in a log, probably Rook, I think it was, who's going through some of those. She was a person who had mentioned hearing voices, seeing shadows, and people were watching her outside the greenhouse somewhere.
And is there anything else in this room?
No, but I will say that her body looks more. It doesn't look as though it's like been here for an impossibly long time. But you would it stinks to high heaven in here. So this has definitely been several days, maybe a week or two worth of decom.
I do declare, Captain, after that previous engagement, would you now agree that they're all now hostile and we shoot on sight?
I've always agreed that we're hostiles. Yes, but there could be someone here still alive that shut them in here, for instance.
He's gonna pick up his arms or waving it in Rook's face. Is this not enough? Is this not enough, Captain?
How did that barrel come away from that door?
I was doing my job, protecting you and the crew. The boy had a moment of a little bit of lapse in judgment.
I didn't see anything.
See,
It's all right,
normally
Chet. I don't blame
in
you.
situations like this where there are hostile forces, you have multiple guns and eyes on every door that's opened up. Rather than deciding to open a door when everyone else is distracted. What we really need to worry about is your life. Because even though we have stemmed the bleeding, you've now been exposed. Potentially. We don't know for sure.
Yeah, that's up in the air there, guys.
Oh yeah, my
So-
suit's open.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take the
Yes.
suit off, and then I'm gonna touch my stump and smear blood across my face and cock my gun.
Okay.
Now, if
Why?
I know you, you're not wanting to turn around yet. But when we do get through with this, you're going straight to quarantine inside of cryotube. You got that?
I don't plan on making it out of here alive, Captain. You are gonna make it out of here, you and the rest of them. But my fate is here on this planet.
No.
That's intense.
Well, let's not stand around while he bleeds. Let's move and do some stuff while he's bleeding and see if we can get a different outcome.
I promise I will throw a grenade whether I see something or not from now on. I'm so sorry. Lesson learned.
It's all right.
Don't look,
Chet.
throw.
Just throw next time. Just throw.
No, that is not the answer. The answer is that we have guns, and that when we open a door, we either shine a flashlight.
All right, I'm gonna
in
open the
there.
door while he's talking.
So
Next door.
All right.
as you go to do that, you guys do hear Bones, who will clear her throat, and she'll be like, "Hooty hooty hoo! Believe I found something over here." And you see that she's on her hands and knees on the ground over by the northern alcove, and she is examining what looked just like dirt and debris on the ground. But when you go up to it, you notice that it's actually not. It's writing. There's just writing over the ground, except as you look at it, you can tell that it doesn't look like English or Russian or Chinese, Japanese, anything like that. Why? Anybody who would like to... Bones would have been perfect for this, but Buckland, you can do it if you like. Roll an observation. You're a smart fella. Okay.
All right, 2 successes.
Yeah, it's not necessarily within your specific field, but you've probably you've been to many classes. You've probably been to many lectures. There's something about the language that seems familiar at first. Like when you look at it, you think it's just like the gibberish of some sort of mad nonsense, right? Looking at the room, looking at what's going on in here, is probably just someone going crazy. But then you start noticing there's something about like the hieroglyphic imagery, like there's like a lexiconic symbology to it. Like that looks like Sumerian, that looks like almost like Egyptian. It's got like this sense of like antiquity There's something to it. Like there's something to what you're seeing. If you had to bet, you would say that there was some kind of amalgamation of like 3 or 4 different languages in here, all of which are like almost like are basically ancient languages. Nothing more modern.
Okay, that's absolutely bizarre. I'll make sure to assist Bones in getting pictures of everything for later study. Yeah, that's wild.
Oh, you got 2 successes actually. So
Yeah.
one other thing is that you do recognize a few bits. It, from what you could tell, like there's a whole big piece of information here, but there's little segments you're getting. It's something about a prayer, something about the heavens, is what you kind of like. You can't piece everything together, but that's the little bit that you would get. And you also notice while you're down there, like taking pictures and stuff, that there's these bloody pages next to it on the ground that you think was just trash, but at, like as the corner of your eye, when you're zooming in on the camera, you actually notice something on the pages. When you look at them, it looks like a charcoal rubbing of some of the exact same characters that you see right here, written on the ground.
Okay. Yeah, I'll point that out to the crew. The charcoal rubbings have me a little more concerned for the fact that, you know, somewhere in this area, these things are etched onto something, ancient life of some form, ancient, I don't know, technologies, something.
That's interesting. So it looks like we do definitely have something here that's worth a claim for Weyland-Yutani.
That is what it looks like. Also, I would be concerned not only whatever this is, maybe people who are exposed, putting them some kind of psychosis or this metamorphosis we're seeing. I would presume everything we come into contact with is contagious or might have mind-altering capabilities.
Noted.
And as you're looking about the room, a couple other things that sort of stand out to you now that you've like taken a breath, and like all of you are being a little bit more probably hyper vigilant at this point after what just happened. You notice there is like a weapon rack set up on the wall, but that should have several weapons in it, but appears to be empty. You notice that there is a broken pump gauge or 12 gauge pump action shotgun on the ground that you could probably quickly repair if you took a shift or something. And then there's also an intact AK-47 pulse assault rifle. Hobart, go ahead and you can roll a ranged combat. This is more like a knowledge check.
Okay.
Up to you if you want to push it or not.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, it's a gun. It's not a very good gun relative to what the USMC uses, but that's about all that you'll get from that. There's also some kind of looks like an ammo cabinet, and then in the alcove to the north, there's an intact console. What looks like early model Apollo type computer, and then to the west in the corner there are kind of these dirty, almost kind of like dirt covered crates. There's like a bunch of dirt on the ground, and they're sitting on top of them that look different than these newer stolen things that were taken from these camps that you've encountered so far. So those are some of the other things you see in here.
Would we be able to put an age on how old that computer would be?
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely, it would still be in use, but it's one of these types of computers that the only people who would be using it are people who are getting computer equipment or who are getting like colony equipment that is really below market, really old stuff, cheap model stuff. Like it's still in use, so it hasn't really been top of the line in 100 years.
Okay. I'll point that out, and I'll also note we should probably
I'd be curious to take a look and see what's in those crates before we move on. They look like they've been here for a while, and I have a feeling that BioNational's probably not the people who put it there.
Yeah, and there's a little bit of both, so I'm also curious.
Yeah, what I'm thinking is that this used to be a Weyland-Yutani facility, and that BioNational took it over
Okay.
when they landed here.
Someone's been here long enough to morph.
Do we see on these creatures, like if we carefully kind of root through their clothing, any kind of identification, any kind of even branding on, like, are they wearing Weyland-Yutani tidy whities or anything like that?
I'll say this: you do not notice Weyland-Yutani standard gear, even old gear, and you do not
Okay.
notice anything BioNational, even older BioNational stuff. This seems
Okay.
to be
Something else.
hodgepodge, patchwork stuff.
Yeah, Captain, I disagree with the fact that this was an old Weyland-Yutani. I think this is a third party that maybe had an earlier settlement or expedition onto this planet.
Really? Like, how old are we talking?
Well, I mean, looking at the computer, you would presume a facility like this, and this facility does look old. This computer probably was installed new. So, I mean, I don't imagine. Yeah, I mean, it could easily be up to 100 years.
Wow. Didn't really know much about this moon all that long ago, and here they were 100 years ago.
I'll kind of nod for Jaws to help me open these crates.
Yep.
Okay. So there's two of them, and you notice that there are some peculiar items in here. Like they kind of have a sort of a technological leaning to them, but also kind of archaeological. You notice that some of them have this kind of peculiar circuitry to them, but as you're kind of turning them over and looking at them, they don't look like they're like the micro computing on here doesn't look similar to any of the type of materials that you commonly see when you're hacking around in your sort of your Weyland-Yutani equipment. It doesn't look like Hyperdyne, doesn't look like BioNational, etc. There's a way in which the various nodes are laid out that just seems peculiar to you. It's all broken. It's all, so whatever this is,
Okay.
it's certainly broken, but looking at it, whatever it is, it certainly has suffered heavy damage. And then there's others that look like almost like, I don't want to say pottery because I don't want to suggest that they look anything like clay, but there's sort of a kind of a plastic, like a fragmented plastic that has a variety of like engraved symbols on it, some of which you saw on the floor.
They match. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Not all of them, but some of them. Like there's like it's a language and something's written
There's
on
a
here,
few
something-
characters
right.
that match. Yeah. Okay, I'll point it out. I mean, just looking at this, I mean, it could be ancient.
Yeah, I'd call 100 years ancient.
Well, I would not be surprised if it was even older. This electronics does not match any of the standard technologies or manufacturers. I mean, it is as third party as possible.
And this
We
is the
could
stuff that
be-
was found in the crates,
Yeah.
which we're
there's
presuming were just stolen.
I will no. This is something else that's in a corner, like off by itself to the northwest.
Okay, got it.
So everything else is more kind of centralized. This seems to be kind of separated, and you can tell that there is dirt, debris, the same type of coloring of sand and dust that you see out on the surface of the moon.
It's gonna be really old. We could be on a largest discovery that the company has seen in some time.
Well,
we
it's
have to push
important.
ahead.
Yeah, it's important that we secure it then.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna move on over and then say, Hobart, lead the way.
Real quick, before we do this, I do have one slight modification I would like to make to the sergeant's suit. I want to go get out, probably have some duct tape or something like that for emergency breaks in the
Yes.
suit. And I want to duct tape my knife to the end of your arm stump.
I was gonna hold up my rifle for you to put at the end of my rifle.
No, this is better. Make someone else really think twice about disarming you again.
All right, you know how to fire a gun, good doctor.
No. I understand the basic mechanics of it, but
Right.
I'll just stand in front of the sergeant. He can prop on my shoulder.
No, I walk over and I find the you said there were 2 guns?
Yeah, there's definitely, you could definitely use the assault rifle. The shotgun would take some time to repair.
Which
it
one
looks
you
like
want?
it looks like it quite literally was someone broke it, like snapped it in half.
Which one you want? As I hold up the pistol I have or the assault rifle?
Oh, that's not that's an easy answer. If someone offers you a gun, you always take the bigger gun.
All right, I make sure it's ready. I make sure it's like chambers clear enough, and so that if he has any problems, well, he's just gonna have to drop it. But I'm gonna try and make sure that the weapon is as serviceable as it can be in a matter of minutes, which is probably not much better. But
Did you say there was ammo?
Yeah, there's a little ammo locker. There's not a ton in here, but there's enough. Chuck, it's the AK. It's under rifles. It's the first one.
40-47 pulse.
Right, exactly.
Cool, I got it.
Okay. All right, Hobart, do you open the door?
Yeah.
Okay.
Open door, gun ready. I guess it's all with one arm. I'll use my little.
I'll kneel in front
knife.
so you can prop on my shoulder.
All right, Chet's in front of me.
So this is like a little connective hallway, almost like these are modular, almost like trailers that are being connected by some kind of small little tunnel. And when you open up, wrong button. When you open up the next, you see again another dark room. I'm gonna assume you probably have a flashlight taped or connected to the top of your gun. And as you as you step inside, there we go. As you step inside, you can see this looks to be living quarters. It's dark. You don't immediately see anybody in here, but you see, much like the previous room, it is suffered some significant damage. You notice that there's 4 little cubbies, 2 to the south, 2 to the north. Small little kitchen area, blood on the ground. In the center of the room, it looks like there is some significant something has broken. Quick look, it looks like it was a gaming table, like maybe foosball, something like that. And then there's like a shelf that's been ripped down onto the ground as well. And you see you see one door on the opposite side, and a little bit of red light kind of flickering in a small window in the center of it. No sound, nothing in here.
Does the motion tracker show anything?
Roll the thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my supply. I'm down at to 3 on the power supply for
it. It notices no movement in here, but you do get a blip of something further east.
Sergeant, I'm getting some kind of movement farther east, but not in this immediate room.
How far east?
Can I tell from the scanner? Does it give me range?
40 feet, maybe?
Yeah. 40 feet.
All right. Well, he's assuming that everybody's going to be looking around this room. So he's just going to stand there with his pulse rifle trained on the door while the rest of you look around the room.
Okay. All right. Who's looking where?
Rook is going towards this corner where my figure is.
All right. So yeah, you go over towards what looks like a living quarters. So looks like these are 3 high bunk beds. So enough for 3 people in each cubby. You do notice that there's a lot of pictures, photographs of people, an array of folks. None of them have what appears like uniforms on. They all seem to be kind of a more like a slapdash mix of clothing. Some of whom are holding weapons. Some of whom are with families. You notice a lot of them though. You also notice that there's some kind of peculiar layouts to a few of them, like as if the pictures have been orchestrated in certain ways on the wall. If you start going through some of the bunks, and I'll just assume this is like all 4 bunks, you do find all sorts of recreational drugs in here.
Ooh.
Yeah, just tons of them. You see like little
Party
cases
time.
of marijuana cigarettes. You see a bunch of you see like bottles of what looks like some kind of painkillers. You find as you start digging through some of the other containers, there are just hang on one second. 6 doses of Napraleave and 2 doses of something you would recognize, Hobart. And it's not something that people use very frequently. It's kind of black market stuff, but something called X-Drug. And these are very extreme experimental drugs that Weyland-Yutani, the USMC, the Colonial Marine Corps, have been experimenting with. They have been there to kind of increase strength, create agility, stamina, etc. So super soldier like pills. And there are 2 doses of these. And that's it.
This Rook downs the napper leaf that Jaws gave him. He's like, well, I suppose you can re-up your supply. And Rook has no idea what that X pill is, so he like just takes the pain relievers and he goes over to Hobart and says, maybe it'll take some of the edge off. I don't know.
Yeah, give me those. And he'd take them and put them in his pouch.
Okay.
Is there anything in these footlockers or anything?
Yeah, I just kind of gave you the whole room once
Okay.
we started going through things. Over by the cooking area, there's a bunch of it's like colony gear. Looks like secondary market stuff. Some of it's more recent, some of it's old. It's kind of a mix. There's 2 fire extinguishers. One of them looks to have been used, but the other has some juice left in it. And there are several bloody knives. It's like at least 4 or 5. And you notice that there's some graffiti on the walls here and there, similar to what you've seen before. And you can see that there's more tally marks on the walls and some of the cubbies.
How high up do the tally marks go?
Yeah, you sit there and you count up to what looks like, 100, and you still have more to go. And then you kind of do some quick math, and it's maybe 300, and then stuff gets weird. It stops being just single tally marks. It starts being weird squigglies. Then they start drawing strange graffiti marks and stuff like that. Some of the symbols that Buckland looked at, spiral figures, things like that. At a certain point, things just seem to snap.
This is really pointing towards an older settlement that was here for a long while. I'm going to guess that these tally marks are not body counts like I first feared, but maybe tracking of days or time, something along those lines.
Yeah, they were here for quite some time, but it definitely took its effect on them.
Yes. Well, shall we, Captain?
Yeah. Rook comes up, puts his back to the door. The door is on his left, and he holds the gun in his right, as if he's like ready that as soon as Sergeant Hobart goes in, he's gonna like put his gun through the door to cover him.
Okay. Are you going to do an observation test first, or are you just going to start? No, just kidding. It's okay.
Yeah.
He's got another arm and 2 legs. So it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's fine.
He's got spares.
And
The
a
door
head.
isn't open yet.
Okay.
So.
You actually, there is a window on this one, so you can peek
Oh.
inside first. There's red
Ooh, yes,
light.
I will peek inside.
You peek inside. There's some blood, and there's some looks like enviro suits. There's a couple vents. There's another door that goes out the south of the room, but that's it. You don't see anybody in here. It's a small room. I'll open it. You can go in and actually look at it yourself if you want.
I don't know. Hobart is all about how he's gonna, protect everyone else.
I was just doing that so you could see it when I described it.
Oh, okay, okay. I would hate to ruin his moment here because
And this lines up with
Maybe
where we saw the
last.
movement, right?
A little further, like it was further east.
Past this room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Well, I suppose if you wanted to replace your suit, you could.
Talking to Hobart?
Yeah.
Oh, he just walks past it and he smears blood across the face of it and keeps moving.
All right. So yeah,
Okay.
I'll do the same thing. I can't quite cover the range that I could, so I hold the pistol in my left hand, which I am right hand dominant.
Okay.
But I'll try and cover him as best I can.
All right. When you look at this one again, it has another one of those windows on this door. You look through the window, and it's very dark out here. But some of the spillover from the red light in here and from your flashlight, you can see what looks like rock wall further to the south. You peek down, you can see that there looks to be a metal walkway first. Looks like this goes into like a back of a cave. It doesn't actually go into another building.
All right. Looks like this is the end of the facility proper, but we're going to be going into an actual cave now.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay. Hobart, you step out, and you immediately notice right above the door on the corner, there is a camera, and you can tell just by looking at it that the guts of it have been ripped out. Meaning it's not functioning. You would probably, Jaws, when you see it, you would probably make the
That's
connection.
the fourth one.
Right.
I can see something over there with my field of vision also.
Yeah, so you've got your flashlight out, goes a particularly far away. You can see that there's some rocks here. There's a staircase that goes down, again, rusty metal staircase that goes down about 10 feet to another walkway and extends off to the north. There's an opening in the cave floor in that direction, and you see what looks like rocks and vegetation, maybe.
Turns to Chet and says, Chet, you still have that rocket launcher?
No. We have rocket launchers?
I thought I was like, wait, do you have a rocket launcher?
Use your talent, Chet.
I used it for the grenade.
All right, Hobart's gonna step out on the catwalk and
And do a
move
little
forward.
turn.
Do a little turn.
Okay.
Right.
Hobart, you step out on the catwalk, and you can see below you, about 10 feet down, is the fall on that balcony. And to your right, just be careful, don't go any further yet. To your right, because that's be careful. To your right, you see a bunch of air canisters on the ground. And hang on one sec. I'm having trouble seeing some things on screen. There we go. Okay. There's a bunch of like these yellow air canisters. To your left, it looks like scrubber that probably works to clean the air and do some sort of decontamination through the airlocks. That's what this like red thing is down to the left. Up ahead, you see what looks like some kind of large tanks of some kind. Chuck saw too far. Yeah. And when you look down, Sergeant Hobart, you can see off to your right, there is what looks like a circle of stones, and at the center of which you see a bunch of roots as you shine your flashlight down in those directions. Roll an observation test. Anybody who wants to do it is fine to do it, but Hobart, you're out in front, so...
Okay. I'll join in since I'm close.
Okay. 3 successes. Hobart, you hear movement up ahead. You hear the sound of boots on the metal walkway. The same boots. You hear it with your people behind you. You hear it up ahead. You also hear what sounds like a tink, like some like tink somewhere, as if somebody like dropped something, and then the sounds of like a gun being cocked.
What direction does it come from? The north?
Yeah, up ahead.
But I can't see.
You
Anything
don't
up
see,
there?
not from where you're currently at. Chet, when you move a little closer to Hobart, you peek out to the east. You notice that there's movement within that circular stone setup.
Sarge, it's moving.
All right, I'll scan my flashlight to the east briefly. I want to keep my focus on the north.
Okay. As you scan your flashlight to the east, you notice what looks like those same roots that you saw when you first arrived and were going through the Weyland-Yutani survey site. That little piece that Buckland was messing around with, you see it. And what some of you saw when you were going around the bionational ship, you see it on the ground within this circle of stone. And as you shine your flashlight to the east, Hobart, you see a figure start to emerge from behind a tank. Shadow from the flashlight is the first giveaway. And they step out and they point a gun in your direction, and we're going to do initiative.
Oh no.
Okay, so start with Hobart. Hobart gets a 2. Chet with the 1.
The other things didn't have guns that we just fought, did they?
Jaws got a 6.
I didn't.
Of us.
Buckland with a 3. You guys are doing just
Oh, wow.
fantastic, guys. Just fantastic. I'm just going to do 2 of
Suspicious.
these. Okay. So, Chet, you're the first up.
So
I'm going to
Some-
say you and Hobart can see that you probably can't see the person because of this giant rock, but you can see a shadow suddenly kicking out off to the north a bit from the way, or like the northeast a bit, while with the way that Hobart is shining his flashlight down, you see movement, and it's not just from within that small little area. And you hear the sound of ch-ch, and Hobart might even
No.
say something.
I assume I'm within the same zone to kind of put myself in front of Hobart.
Yes, for
Is
sure.
that fair?
Oh my God, he just jumped off the balcony. I have rules for that. No, it's fine.
Oh no.
No, I got you.
Maybe I'm looking at the screen wrong. Oh no, I'm sorry. So that's like a balcony thing.
It's
That's
about
my
you're
bad.
fine. You can just leave your token there. I get what you mean. It's all good.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I basically try and put myself between him and the figure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
And then I don't want him to get hurt any worse, so I'm gonna shoot the thing. It's pointed a gun at him. It's hostile. I'm not waiting this time.
That's right. You're a good soldier, Chet.
You are
I'm s-
playing your character appropriately. I
Okay.
feel so bad.
I'm really sorry. Did it go? No, it didn't. Let me try that again. There we go. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you turn over to the right, You aim. You don't aim, but you just fire. You step in front of Hobart. You aim your freaking magnum
Little kid with one arm and a magnum.
at this, and you fire. And that hits for 3 damage, or for 3. So that's 4 total.
Yeah.
Okay. You shoot down, and when you finally get a look, you can see that they're not wearing any sort of enviro suit either. At least they don't have the helmet on. Their head seems to be slightly malshapen, but it's nowhere near the extent of what you just saw. And you fire down, and you do 4 damage as you just clip them right in their shoulder. The blade just explodes like a grapefruit. You fucker. And there's like
That was me.
There's
That
a
was
guttural
me.
growl. Okay. Hobart, you're on next.
So I can only see one.
You only can see the one off to the east. That is correct.
I want to do full auto. All right. All right. I'm gonna take aim and then fire.
Grapefruits are well known for their. It was 4 damage, right? Right, Jeremy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, come on.
Oh, you're just having a bad day.
And I can't re-roll.
Oh.
We are on a moon, Matt Foreman. They are in a cave system on a moon. It has an atmosphere, but it is a toxic atmosphere.
All right.
Which we'll address with Hobart
I'm gonna
soon.
drop an item.
Okay. Want to roll a die? See what you got.
Aside from my rifle, all I have is signal flare.
Okay. I'm not going to have you drop your rifle. That's just mean. So we'll say you drop your signal flare. No problem.
Okay.
And I'm going to do 50-50 if it's a...
There is your duct tape knife.
Oh yeah, my duct tape knife can fall off my stump.
Okay. I'm going to do a 1d6. If it's 4 to 6, it falls off the balcony. It falls off the balcony. You drop the flare and it falls about 10 feet down to the ground.
Okay.
Okay. So that was Hobart. After that, it's Buckland.
I have taken many cues from Chet and Hobart, so I'm going to run around the corner on the catwalk there,
Okay.
and I am just going to start blasting.
Please do.
Okay. Oh, look at that.
Roll your
That's,
stress.
3 damage and a stress.
3 damage as you come around. You look at the direction of where Chet just fired. This thing is just coming back, grabbing their shoulder. You can see their head, and you just take them, and then they fall. Guns scattering off to the side.
That's amazing. Also,
shooting,
myself and everyone in short range takes stress from my
Everyone
nervous.
go ahead and
Oh,
take
great.
stress.
All right. Thanks, Doc.
My next doctorate will be in reverse healing.
I like how in chat you're like, oh, that one talked. And then you're like, ah, I'm still going to shoot him anyway.
Yeah.
It was a very guttural comment. All right, that was Buckland. Jaws, it's your turn. As far as you know, it's dead.
Well,
You
I
heard,
don't
you
even know
heard
what
good
they're
shooting, Doc.
Shooting at right now, so I'm going to come up,
Okay. Move up, no
And-
problem.
see what I see.
You see this strange array of root plants in the middle of some kind of rocky circle, and you see a body laying on the ground next to a tank. Up ahead, you can see that there's a bunch of rock, like a big old rock walls to the northeast and to the northwest. It looks like there's these large old like metal canisters of some kind. That's it.
I'm gonna do I see any movement in the roots?
Yeah, I mean, it's very small writhing, like just very faint movement. It's not like it's not like a used car lot type of thing going on here, where it's like wacky
Right.
arms and
Yeah.
everything. But you see some very slight movement. Yeah. Even from this distance, I think all of you would be able to associate it with the other routes you've seen, and you know that those things kind of move. Some of the, they move towards light, they move towards heat, they move towards, other things and stuff like that. So you've been able to conclude that at this point.
I'm gonna keep my gun out and just continue moving forward.
Okay,
And
you can
see
get
if
up
there's
to that
anything else.
you can get up to that intersection. That would be like a second move. So that's both your actions
Yeah.
right now.
Yep, that's
Okay.
me.
All right. Roll an observation test. Wacky waving inflatable tube xenomorph.
One success, and I have to roll stress.
Yes.
Nervous twitch.
Yes.
Everybody else, take one.
Yes.
Thanks, Josh.
I get another one.
You catch the faint movement of something behind that canister, that large, huge metallic canister.
Okay, I'm going to yell back to. Well, I'm going to call back to everyone else and just say there's something else up here.
Okay. Then, as you yell back,
I called back.
Yeah.
Yelled. I amended the volume down slightly. There's yelling, and there's calling, and there's speaking, and there's whispering.
as you call back, a bunch of gunshots have rang out already, so I feel like the cat's out of the bag here. You see a figure step out into the middle of the railway, this little balcony, gun in hand, and they look at you, sneering with this gnarly-looking face, head kind of... And you see again, they don't have anything on their head. They don't have any kind of protections up there. And they're going to fire at you with
Oh, shit.
a gun that they have in their hand that I
Yes.
forgot to add. So I'm talking slowly.
Do you need me to just...
No, it's fine. Okay. That is one success. Do you have any hang on a
There's
second.
2 armor from the suit.
Hang on. Does the pulse rifle give you any... Check that weapon you just got. Does it give you any extra bonus to hit?
Let me take a look.
1.
All right, so I get one more.
No, sorry, the AK 407 40.
No, it doesn't.
Okay,
47,
then
nothing.
it's good where it's at. What's the base damage of it?
Two.
Base damage 2.
Okay, 2 damage coming your way, Jaws. Go ahead and roll your armor for your suit.
1 success.
Okay, take 1 point of damage as a bullet catches you. We'll say in the leg, but it doesn't feel too bad. But right into the suit. You hear it right into the meaty part of the thigh.
So I didn't realize that I only had 1 health left.
Are you incapacitated?
That would be what just happened.
Oh.
You know what that means, right?
Oh, Jeff.
That means
You're about to tell me.
That means you're broken, and you gotta roll a critical injury.
So exciting.
You're
54.
excited for this.
Yeah.
Please, gosh, I hope so.
All right, where is this thing that I'm rolling?
It should be the roll tables. If you can't see it, I can roll it. I can't remember if I made it.
Yeah, it's under roll and
Injury
injury.
tables, critical injuries.
Yeah, critical injuries.
Pulling it up, scrolling to the bottom.
54.
54 would be the greatest thing.
2 54s in one night would be pretty
Just
great.
shoot your arm off.
Whoa, 51.
Oh. So the gunfire, they do like a Sylvester Stallone Rambo thing where they just have it tucked in and they just fire and like the gun just goes up and you hear tick 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 as the first bullets hit the grating of the balcony, the walkway, and then you catch one in the thigh and then right up into the meaty part of your torso. And those of you behind just see it exit out the back in an explosion of blood.
Yeah, there's some screaming involved.
And Jaws falls.
No.
Chet.
Oh no.
You notice suddenly crawling out from behind what looks like a rock wall.
Ooh.
This figure looks up at you all and is going to point and fire at you.
What?
I feel like because of the angle, I'm going to give, I'll say add an extra like +2 to your armor or something like that, because there's like a railing and stuff in front of you. So basic cover. Let me see if this actually rolls properly. Okay. 1 success. Go ahead and roll. If you roll dodge though, it's hitting Hobart. I'm just kidding. But it should.
Well, I mean, if you put that out there, then he wouldn't. If it's a...
I, of course, wouldn't actually mechanically do that.
Okay.
But
I
I
would
might
like to
suggest
try to dodge
thematically.
it.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay. Mobility.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You quickly, as you see them climb out from behind some kind of crevice in the wall, you drop to the ground. And fortunately, Hobart was already like leaning down a bit and crouching, and you just see the bullet like bury into the building behind you. And then Rook, it is your turn.
Okay, so I'm pretty far back there still.
You hear tons of gunfire. You hear your jaws is down.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't think I can see. Well, I can barely see this one person in my view. So anything that's not fog of war, I can see.
Yeah, I would say everyone has like flashlights on their guns or something like that. So I would say Jaws is probably emitting a certain amount of light. So you probably can see the figure in the walkway in front of her.
Okay.
Just a spurting blood that's also happening.
How far forward can I move?
I would say getting to where everybody, because these are stairs. I would say getting to that group of Chet, Buckland, and Hobart is 1 zone. Getting to Jaws would be 2 zones.
Okay.
It's only because of the stairs.
Right. And so to move up 2 zones, then I would use my whole turn doing
That's
that,
correct.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll move up 1 zone. And you can see I've got like my medical kit in hand. And then I'm going to say to Hobart, light him up. I need to get to Jaws. As I'm going to use my command skill.
Captain.
You're accepting an order from Rook? What?
Yep.
You're
That
getting,
order.
you're
They
getting
just-
soft
they
in your enders.
They just took down Jaws. This is what I got to do. I got to protect my crew.
Yeah.
It kind of lines up with what Hobart was going to do anyway.
That's kind of fair.
Oops, I accidentally.
No. Hobart's like, well, now I don't want to if you're telling me
Yeah.
to.
Forget that.
I accidentally rolled it twice. I got 1 success from the first one.
Yeah, that's good enough. It's still good enough. Okay.
Yeah, so I'll give him a +1.
And
So I'll move up and give
Okay.
out that order.
all right, are you going to move your token or you want me to do it for you?
I am going to stand in front.
Okay, fair enough. Chet, it's back to you.
Okay.
Kind of crouch down though when it comes time for my buddy to fire, but I'm hoping to stand in the way.
Well, basically the one to the right is more the one directly shooting at Hobart and I, and it looks like the captain's going up towards Jaws. I don't want to risk shooting through both the captain and potentially Jaws.
You just
So
put
I'll shoot to the
the barrel of the gun right up to Rook's head. That's what you get for stepping in front.
Yeah. No, I'll aim at the one to the right.
Okay, yeah, go right ahead.
Okay.
And I'll give you like a situational, like, I don't know if there's elevation stuff in here, but I like elevation. So because you got elevation, go ahead and take an extra +2 on this.
Ooh. Okay.
Ooh.
Let me adjust that then.
I found if you right click on your weapon, you can actually add modifier dice.
You can. Oh, let
I
me
just
do it
found that
that way
tonight.
then.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's probably in the other instructions somewhere. I really should go back and read those again. It's been a while since I have looked at it.
Same thing
Nice.
with skill. If you click a skill, it does the same thing. Right click on it.
Okay. Well, thank you for that.
Perfect.
That made that easier.
Okay, that's good. That will, as you aim,
3.
fire, they will take 3 points of damage.
Oh, no armor.
Yeah, they do not have armor, it seems. They are just wearing basic clothing. Like, they don't have, like, they have jumpsuits on, but they're not wearing, like, environmental gear. All right, Hobart, you're up next.
All right. I was doing some research on my turn. see if I can aim and go full auto. And aim is a fast action, and full auto is just a regular attack. So it doesn't say there's nothing stopping me from doing both in the rules.
I believe you. Sounds good.
So that's a +5 to my roll with the +1 from Rook.
Ooh.
We're gonna light up these guys. They just shot down Jaws in front of me. This isn't happening. This is not happening.
Okay. Go for it.
And I gotta give myself a stress before I do that.
Okay.
Because I'm going full auto.
Go full auto. Once you go full auto, oh my gosh.
You're my hero, Sarge.
Wow.
All right.
Okay.
So full auto. So you can distribute any additional 6 you roll beyond the first to secondary targets within short range of the primary target. The first 6 assigned to the secondary target inflicts damage equal to the damage rating of your weapon. So I got what? 5 successes?
Mm-hmm.
So the one down there was already injured by
By Chet.
Chet.
Mm-hmm.
I will put 2 dice towards that, so that's 3 damage.
Okay.
And I'll do 5 damage on that one.
Okay.
On the one that's unhurt.
Both are
Now we're
both are still up, but yeah, you catch them, and you see them like stagger a bit from the shots.
But after I do that, I have to seek cover.
Okay.
It's too much for me. It's overwhelming.
So you
On my
leap
next
off the
action.
balcony and you fall and break your
My next
arm.
action.
Okay.
Just light up the whole area. My gun, like it's the light is bouncing off the walls.
Beautiful.
He's screaming over the cries of Jaws, who's bleeding out on the platform in front of him.
Buckland, it is your turn. You just saw Hobart go full auto.
But everybody give yourself a stress, so mine goes down by 1.
Okay.
Okay. That's great. Great. I'm going to still,
I don't think he really
Riding
thinks it's
the-
great.
yeah, riding that adrenaline high from getting the last kill. I'm going to shoot towards the one on the right.
Okay. And I'll give you the same thing I gave Chet. Just take a +2 because you have very,
+2?
very clear shot at them.
Okay.
Take aim, doctor.
Oh, I can do that. Yeah, I will take aim.
That's another +2.
That's a fast action.
Fast action, as long as you don't
Okay,
move.
so
Yeah.
I'll get a +3. Okay.
Take aim is a +2.
Oh, I had. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, I super miss,
So,
and I need to roll stress.
so I'm pretty sure this is true. When you're firing and you get the face huggers on the yellow dice there, doesn't that mean
Empties the
Yeah.
your clip is emptied?
Yeah,
Mhm.
you are
So-
correct.
Both Hobart and Buckland have empty clips.
Yeah,
Okay.
you are correct.
And then I just start screaming. I just start screaming.
Suppressing fire.
Guys,
So
guys.
my stress gets to go down by 1. That's great.
You just gotta
And
let
we
it
all
out.
have to make a panic roll.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh god, this is looking good for a second. No.
Do I still have to do this?
No, you're
Stop.
dead. Doesn't count.
Go ahead and roll
I'm
your
not
panic.
dead.
Go ahead and roll your panic.
She's getting better.
Don't did.
Well, I start to scream as off of his scream.
Oh god. It's about 2 you're screaming, which means everybody has to make another panic roll.
You all get a
You do.
stress.
You gotta do it again. It's chain reaction.
He starts screaming. I start screaming.
Do I scream more?
Oh yeah. Now you guys are screaming at each other. So yeah. Oh goodness. I feel like Chet's the only one who's gonna be up after the end of this.
This is looking between them.
So yeah,
Please stop.
I develop a nervous twitch, so
That
my
makes
stress
sense.
level goes up, and everyone else's stress level goes up by 1.
Dear
My
God.
stress level has just been up and down for this thing.
Okay. Okay.
I'm a little teapot, short and stout.
That was Buckland. Jaws, it's your turn. I think you can like scream
I'm
and
not
stuff.
army crawl. I think
You
I
can crawl.
Can you
Yes.
crawl? You can
You
crawl. So
crawl.
assuming you're crawling back to everybody.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's no problem. Just move yourself back.
Big thick trail of blood behind you.
Which is just dripping through the metal crates onto the ground.
you.
And then it's their turn. Now they don't look good, but it's their turn now. The one up here to the north is the first one to go. They are going to take aim and fire. Rook, I think you're out in front. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like they're not too smart, so they're just gonna shoot at that. How do you go ahead and get the? Never mind, figured it out. All right, so this is gonna be on Rook. And that's a miss. It's a flat out miss somehow. Like literally shooting straight down. It's these crappy guns is what it is. These stupid.
It's all the
AK.
screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This other one's gonna move, and then fire up again. Rook's out in front, so I don't see any reason why they wouldn't do the same thing. But they are not. They're not taking aim first, so it'll just be normal. And they also missed. Holy crap! These guys suck.
I got lucky.
You got really lucky as multiple gunshots in your direction all missed. And then we go back to the top of the round, and Chet, it's your turn. You've got Hobart and Buckland who are screaming at one another. They're still pulling the triggers on their guns. They're click, 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 click. And then you've got Rook who's pushing past you to get out in front, like a ninja dodging bullets left and right. Then Jaws is crawling back. I'm okay, and her freaking kidney is like hanging from a thread, dragging behind her by a couple feet. What would you like to do, Chet? Armless Chet, one-armed Chet.
I'll just kind of prop my one good arm up on the railing and shoot the one who's walking up towards us to the right still.
Okay, yeah, go right ahead.
Oh my. Oh man. So, but not the +2 anymore because he's
Give it a
moved up,
+1.
right?
They're a little, it's a little tougher angle, but I'll still give you a +1.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
Oh, Chet.
You fire down, and there's this metal. There's kind of a metal hand on the handrail, like a metal handle, and your bullet just blows it to shreds, and you just see it rip apart, and it takes the bullet for this creature. Do you want to move or anything, or did you do your fast action?
No, I'm saving my fast action. I'm staying next to Hobart.
To dodge and stuff?
Can I, as a free action, clang my pistol against the railing to draw his attention? I mean, I shot at him, but...
Yeah, no problem.
Me! Asshole!
Okay. Hobart, it is your turn.
I'm running. I have to run.
Oh,
from
yeah,
my
you gotta go find
previous
cover.
panic. So I just shove Dr. Buckland aside. We're screaming at each other face to face, and I grab him with my one good arm and just shove him aside, and I run away screaming.
You push him
down
off the
hall.
balcony. He tumbles down, cracks his neck on the ground. Yeah, you're out of here.
I have to run as far as I can run, so I don't know. As long as I'm
That
in a
works
safe
for
place,
me.
So I'm in that room there.
That works for me. Yeah. Hey, Christopher, it's going bad. I've ripped off 2 arms in 2 sessions. One tonight was great. Melissa's character is lost a kidney and is down. Everyone's screaming, losing their minds. It's fun. It's fun. Women in Hobart's first. It's like that Seinfeld episode. Fire! Just pushing the kids and the old women out of the way. Buckland, you're up.
I continue screaming because
Okay.
it eats my next slow action.
Okay.
Oh, man.
And then is reload a fast or a slow? Does anyone remember? You might be able to also reload.
Reload is a slow action.
Okay, so screaming takes up your slow action, so you can't even do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so your guns,
Yeah.
you're still
Even then, I
screaming.
don't know if I would know how to reload.
Do you want to move at all? You still have a fast action, so
No, I'm just gonna stay there and keep screaming.
all right. I'm amazed they're still. I thought after the full auto that you guys had this, but like it's gone bad now. So the one to the north will continue to fire. We'll do the same thing that's done before. I mean, Rook's out in front. It fired at Rook the last time. They're going to take aim and they're going to fire. Yeah. So they're going to get their 2 bonus for that. Don't worry about that stress thing. That's 1 success. Do you have any? You have armor though, right? Right, Rook?
Yeah. No, I don't know if I acted again after the first time that they shot at me. So,
Did I skip you?
maybe I can't see initiative. So.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I think I might have skipped you. Yeah, because I have your name. Why don't you go now before he goes?
Okay.
Sorry
So
about
I'm
that.
gonna try and give aid to Jaws, and that's a slow action, right?
I'm sorry. I didn't. I was.
Yeah, medical
what'd you
aid
say?
is a slow
Yeah.
action.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
So, yay! I succeeded.
Okay.
But of course, I gotta roll stress now.
Of course you do.
And I drop an item, which I think it would be very fitting if I dropped the med kit.
Yeah, I think it makes sense.
But
You use it.
you-
Yeah.
So, my stress level then increases by 1.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna yell back to Dr. Buckland because I can't see where Hobart went. And I'm gonna say, Dr. Buckland, get it together, and use my.
Panic.
Wait, nope, I can't do that. That's a slow action. I was gonna try and stop panic. Never mind.
Okay.
With my light action, then I'll try and give a command to Jaws, who is now in fighting shape. I'm going to say, open fire on that one, and point to the one in front of us. And let's see how this works out. It's going to be amazing. I know it. It's amazing.
no. So much stress.
It's going so bad.
Mm-hmm. So I freeze. I'm frozen by fear or stress for 1 round, losing my next slow action. My stress level and stress level of all friendly NPCs in short range you increase by 1.
I'm glad I'm around the corner.
I'm at
That's
7
true.
now.
Oh dear.
Oh, jeez.
I did not think I'd kill you guys tonight, but
Quick
all right.
question.
Yeah.
So if the injury is fatal, am I doing death rolls? Because it talks about
No, it was
getting
fatal
healing
in
before.
Yeah, you
the
got
Days,
shift or
wasn't it?
something like
you got the
that.
kidney thing, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it
I
was.
thought it was in multiple days, so I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, I
That
think it was days.
51.
I got it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Comic
fatal in a
Book
day.
Okay.
But I treated you, so it shouldn't be fatal anymore, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but she isn't. She's still broken though. Like you remove. She's not gonna die from it, but there's separate heal checks for recovering from broken and stopping a fatal injury, and you stop the fatal injury, so she's not actually. So she's not. She can still crawl. She just can't do anything else.
I see.
So do you want to take back the order you gave Jaws then?
Sure. I mean, I can go back down to stress 6 instead of stress 7.
Yeah. Okay. All right, that's fair enough.
And then I guess I would try and order Chet instead.
Okay.
So do I just go back up to stress 7 or?
Yeah, we'll just say
Yeah.
you gave Chet the
Yeah.
order. Keep the same stuff you gave Chet the
Yeah.
order.
Cool.
And I'll also say that at this point his shot will go off at you. It was 1 success. So if you want to roll your armor, go ahead and roll now for the armor of the shot at you.
Yep. Nothing.
Okay, so that's a 2 points of damage.
That's awesome.
Okay. The other one, Chet, you and him are locked in a deadly battle. He's gonna move up. Oops, too far. So he's basically right there. He's not in the intersection because he's not completely stupid. And he's gonna fire at Chet.
Oh,
You keep missing.
Jeff,
My
nice.
gosh.
I know.
This is what happens when I play Alien GM. Apparently, Ooh, it's terrible. I feel like Dan from the Finish the Cobalt. I just feel like Dan right now. Okay, back to Chet. It's your turn. This thing is now up on the same level as you. Is right. It's just a 1 zone movement away.
Okay.
Only one of them attacked.
Both of them attacked, but one of them hit Rook, one of them hit Chet and missed Chet.
Gotcha.
So it's fast action to aim.
Hang on a second. Technically, so we can get back on the right track. Rook, it is actually your turn because Rook, you end the turn, and I skipped you last time, so you can go now.
Oh.
If you want. That's why I screwed that up. Sorry. So Rook, why don't you go now, and then we'll be back on normal order.
Okay, so I use my next slow action for freezing, and then I've got fast
Classic.
action. and I will just kind of look at Chet and try and order him again, this time, and saying, Chet, take him down. As I'm starting to kind of lose it, and we're going to see what awesome is going to happen now. Oh, yeah.
That's a really good success, though.
Wow.
Wow.
It's 4 of them. But what do we get? Seek cover. I must use my next action to seek cover. My stress level is decreased by 1, but the stress level of all friendly PCs in short range gets increased.
No Buckland, no Jaws.
Uh,
Hope Art, you're fine. I mean, you're missing an arm, but you're fine.
oh my god.
Trade off. Chet, it's your turn. You have your bonus from Rook.
How much was it? It was like.
Is it the amount of successes you get, Adam? Is that what your command ability is? So it was 4.
So 4 extra dice. Okay.
Now's the time.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely I'll take that. Plus I'll take aim to just try and hopefully make sure we get rid of at least one of these guys.
Yeah, it's a shame you don't have an automatic weapon. You could take them both out.
I don't think I could even use it. So between his 4 and take aim, that's a +6.
Here we go.
Okay.
Describe how this looks then, because you're killing the one on the stairs.
Yes. I think it's just a clean shot. It's the best shot possible, right between the eyes. Like, not anything super fancy, just he follows orders and...
Just point the gun. Its giant head pops up for a second as it's getting ready to aim again, and slow motion, kill shot, and it stumbles down the stairs, stumbles down the next, and it's all the way down to the ground. Okay. Hobart, you're up.
Hobart's he's gonna run back around the corner as the captain's running past him. And we'll open fire on the last one.
Yeah, straight ahead. Right there.
Posture check.
So I don't have to Chet just killed one, right? So I can't do full auto.
Yeah, you don't have to do full auto, no.
All right.
Unless you wanted to put one of them as the other target. That's okay, too. Buckland is screaming a lot.
I'll take that.
Oh, God.
I'll take that. Woo! That's a lot of successes. 2, 6 damage on the last one.
Oh, no, but so much stress.
So much stress.
But I freeze as I do so. As I come back around and I see the bloody horror scene that is my crew that I've vowed to protect, I open fire, take down the last one, and then survey the scene and just freeze in horror.
So, as you wait a couple heartbeats, you listen to see if anything else is coming out of the woodworks anywhere. Nothing does. You get down to Jaws to make sure she's okay. Those of you who have been suffering panic and running away and seeking cover, you start to feel a little bit more certain that at least the area here is clear. And yeah, I think we'll just go ahead and stop there.
Oh boy!
Man.
And we'll do the resolution stuff at the end of next time. As you look around, there's weird stuff going on down on the ground. There's a couple dead bodies, and there's
And
a
my
missing
kidney's
arm.
down there.
Yeah, you have one of them. You have the other. Yeah,
Oh, that was good.
yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh goodness,
Oh,
what?
and everybody take a stress from me freezing. Oh.
I got
Damn
it.
it.
Yeah, I'm up at 9 now.
I already did, yeah.
Oh
my God.
goodness. Oh my gosh. All right, let's do our questions, XP questions really fast. Participate in the game session. Yep. Risk or sacrifice something to further your personal agenda. You make the call if you think that's the case. Did you risk your life for your buddy PC?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
You most
Oh my
certainly did.
gosh.
You risked life and limb. Boom. Boom. Okay.
It was so bad.
Did you challenge or stand up to your rival PC?
Matt definitely did.
Did you make a panic roll? Everybody can take this, I think.
Yes.
Except for poor
Except for
Chet.
Chet. Did you overcome a dangerous event using violent or non-violent means?
Yeah.
I think so.
Man, I used to, dude. Yeah.
Did you make a significant discovery or revelation? Yeah, we'll go ahead and say that. The context of which is still uncertain, but we'll get into that next time. But yeah, we'll say yeah. Did you perform an extraordinary action of some kind? Now,
I think Chet did.
I want to make the case for the dude that jumped out of the bathroom and ripped off Hobart's arm. I think that was pretty extraordinary, and I think they should
You
get an
think
XP.
so? Yeah.
Who wants to take? Anyone want to make a case for this?
I'd
Yeah,
like
I
to
used
make a
to do.
case.
Okay.
I'd like to make a case for both Matt and Chet. Matt for being willing to lose his arm, and then
Is he
Chet
willing?
for like placing a grenade inside.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the grenade
Oh,
inside.
yeah.
The grenade punch was fun.
So grenade punch was great. Hobart, you didn't have to do that, though. You do get an XP for the risk your life for your buddy PC too.
Mm-hmm.
Buckland, is that the first time we would say Buckland has ever killed somebody before?
It's the first time he's ever fired a gun.
I'm gonna say the first time firing a gun, you get a kill. You can take it for that for sure.
All right.
But we're not setting a
Nice.
precedent. Whenever you kill somebody,
Right.
you
this
get
is the one
this
time.
is the one
yeah.
time because it's
Yeah.
a very specific situation. And did you earn any money? I'll say no, but you did loot some shit. So you got some drugs and stuff. So if you guys want to take XP for that, that's fine. Because the earning money stuff is kind of harder to
Wow.
do.
Mm,
This is a lot of XP.
So go ahead and take it. You're gonna need it.
Well, you lose an arm, you get,
Get
6
an
or 7 XP.
Oh boy, that's
Oh,
a
man.
hell of a holy
Alright,
crap.
I'm sitting on 14 experience I need to spend.
Yeah, yeah, definitely
Ooh.
spend that. Let's do our closing plugs. Switch us over to the other screen. Let's go the opposite way. Chuck, what's going on with
Oh
you?
my
Okay,
gosh,
this week.
That's me. Defenders of Cobalt, swing by 9 p.m. on Wednesday at Defenders of Cobalt. We're going to be doing our Weird Frontiers. I call it Rime of the Frost Maiden because that's what it started as, but we're deviating because it's just garbage as is. And then Thursday, we're doing our one shot, Last Will and Testament of Obadiah Felkner, but we're running it in Deadlands. Friday, basic fantasy role playing game. And then Saturday, you can catch us over on Free League Publishing for some Forbidden Lands. And then Saturday night, catch us on all of the RPGs for some Tales from the Loop.
mm-hmm.
Is that it? Or Things from
Yeah.
the Flood.
It's Tales from
I
the
don't
Loop.
remember.
Tales from the Loop is a younger
that's
one.
right.
We do the
Okay.
Things from the Flood on the other show.
Cool.
Okay.
That's what I got.
Matt.
Yes. Tomorrow night, you can find myself and Jeff over on Garblight Games at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to be doing the Escape from Skullcano Island adventure from Planet X Games. Should be fun. Some high-level D&D shenanigans where the players are just going to walk all over all the kaiju and things I throw at them. So tune in to see that.
Mm-hmm. And tune in to see Jeff play a cleric that doesn't take a heal spell because it's going to be fun. Let's see. Adam.
Yeah, I'd like to plug the Twitch channel, Grim Perilous Plays, where tomorrow night we would normally be playing Warhammer Vermintide 2, but one of our players can't make it, so who knows? Maybe we'll play some Risk of Rain 2 or something like that. But yeah, tune in, hang out with us while we play games, and yeah, love to have you.
Awesome. And Jeremy.
I'm just going to do more games with these wonderful people and also sometimes do comic book conversations on the Plewdcast, PLEWD.
Awesome. And then as for Melissa and I, you're on our channel. We are going to be back here on Friday for Delta Green at 8 Central. And we are going to be also here on Saturday. I have a very busy Saturday at 6 Central, where we have a new Worlds Without Number campaign that we just started up called Welcome to the Husk, whatever the hell that means. And let's see. Next Monday, we'll be on Free League Publishing, continuing Things from the Flood. So that's all our stuff. And that's it for tonight. Thank you to the players for losing limbs, going crazy, shooting each other or something. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think you guys shot each other, but it was fun. It was fun. And thank you to those of you who hung out and watched. And for those of you who are watching this later on YouTube, we appreciate you checking us out there. I'm going to go ahead and do a quick raid here. Looks like Diesel Shot is up, so we'll go ahead and raid them. I'm going to throw us on the end screen really fast, and then the raid will go through. So good night, everybody.
Bye.